Lads, excellent, and I mean excellent news for the Indiana Fever. I'm a little bit late to this. It's about an hour and 20 minutes ago by the time I'm recording this video. Unfortunately, I had to, I got a timestamp. I got to timestamp the fact that 53 minutes ago I tweeted this, and that was like quite soon after this was shown. And I just had the Chloe Bibby video to get up first because I thought that was important too. But we gotta talk about this. Let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. If you guys can't see, I think this might be on screen. Caitlin Clark is in gear. She is in gear at practice. Lads, that is super duper important. That is a big, big sign when it comes to Caitlin Clark. That she is at least participating in part of practice. Do I think Caitlin Clark should take it as handy as possible? Of course. Take it as handy as possible. Go as slow as possible. Go at whatever speed you feel comfortable at, Caitlin. Take as much time as you need. Take more time than you need. If you think you need 2 or 3 weeks off, take a month. If you think you need a month off, take 6 weeks. Take as long as you need. But my prediction is that she's going to be back. I think the last time she came back after 2 weeks. The time before that, it was after about 3 weeks. Or it was just after 2 weeks, actually. I would assume she's going to be back. It's the 26th now. A week is the 1st. I think maybe like 2.5 weeks from now. So like maybe the 10th of August. I think the WNBA have said her estimated return date is the 12th of August. I think that's probably a fair estimate. I think that is probably a fair estimate. So I'm just going to look through the Indiana Fever's their schedule right now. So she's obviously not playing as the Sky. It's obvious. She's not playing the Sky tomorrow. She's not going to be playing as the Mercury on Wednesday. She's probably not going to play against the Wings on Saturday. I say probably because you never know. Unlikely. I would say instead of, the way she ramped up on Monday and suddenly she's playing Wednesday, I think it's going to be like a week to 10 days of ramping up. So I would say she's going to ramp up and play a bit of 5v5 by maybe the 1st of August. And then it's going to be probably maybe another week. So they then play on Sunday against the Storm. I don't think she plays that one. They play Tuesday the 6th against the Sparks. It's an away game at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't see her playing that. I don't see her playing an away at 10 p.m. Eastern time game against the Mercury. I think her first game back is probably going to be either the 9th of August against the Sky or the 12th of August against the Wings. That would be my prediction. So, what's that? That's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. I think that's a realistic expectation from her. So she's out 3.5 weeks for what is an injury that you can probably come back from after a week. Like a not even groin strain. Like a 0 grade. Like a grade 0 groin strain. A little bit of pain in my groin. Like that is an injury you can come back from after a week. That's an injury you can play on probably, but not when you've had back-to-back injuries. So that's one of those things, and you really want to make sure she's 100% right, whether it's getting her mechanically right, whether it's getting her used to running, like a lot of rehab things. I do trust a team rehabbing a player. I do trust the S&C staff to rehab her and get her ready to play, because as long as the Indiana Fever can thread water up until the 10th of August, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Like the Indiana Fever are 13-12 right now. To make the playoffs, you probably need 20. I would say 20 wins gets you into the playoffs. There's 8 teams in a 13-team league. 20 and 24 should statistically get you into the playoffs. So I'd say 20 wins will get you there. So let's just say they beat the Sky tomorrow, and they should beat the Sky tomorrow. With or without Angel Reese, they should beat the Sky tomorrow. They need to win. If they play the Mercury, if they beat the Wings, let's just say they win the games they should win, which is Wings even without Caitlin. They should beat the Wings. They should beat the Sky. And the Mercury, I don't know, but in a weird way, I think they have a shot against the Mercury. So look, and there's a chance they lose those games. But let's just say they need 7 wins. If they go and win 3 games up until Caitlin. So if Caitlin comes back when I expect her to come back on the 10th of August, she's back for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 games of the season. So if they even go 500 in the games Caitlin's back, they just need to win 1 more to make the playoffs. And let's be real. The way that there are definitely people in the Fever organization thinking, we can't beat the Lynx or the Liberty in 5 or 7 games. But what we can do is we can beat them in our place with our crowd, and we can just get hot. We're good enough to beat this team at home once, and all we have to do is get hot once on the road, and we're going to beat them. We will win the series 2-1 if we get hot once. And that's the thing. I think if the Liberty and Lynx are on a collision course to the finals, unless somebody takes them out in round 1. We saw it last year. The Mercury nearly took out the Lynx. I know it was a sweep, but they were 2 unbelievably tight games. The Fever nearly took out the Sun. The Fever Christy Sides threw away game 2. Christy Sides and Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey, unbelievable last season, but she took playoff advice from D'Angelo freaking Russell. Hope she does not do that again. And it was her first series in the playoffs. It is what it is. Caitlin was garbage game 1 after getting Captain Insano by Dejanay Carrington. Caitlin was unbelievable in game 2, but wasn't quite enough and the game ended. The game ended on something. The reason why the Fever lost, it was the defense at the end of the game. The Fever are very, very good. In fairness, defensive communication now, and they do fight now. That last play from Marina Mabry in the playoffs does not happen under Stephanie White. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It does not happen. But at the end of the day, with Caitlin Clark back doing some practice, with Caitlin Clark back in shorts, with Caitlin Clark back not in street clothes, it means that she is doing some basketball activity. And I don't think she's... It's a weird one. By close to coming back, she is close to coming back. But with so many games in a condensed period, and games meaning more in the WNBA, she's going to be back in maybe 5 or 6 games. But let's just say just for argument's sake, between now and the 10th of August, they play the Sparks, they play the Wings, the Sparks, the Mercury twice, the Storm, and the Sky. If they win 3 games in that spell, they're in the playoffs. They have 16 wins. So that puts them 16-16 through 32 with 12 games to go. In fairness, other than playing the Lynx 3 times, which is kind of hell. It is kind of hell that they do face the Lynx 3 times in their last 13 games. It just means that all they have to do is if they can win 3 games until before the next Chicago Sky game, it means they realistically have to win 4 games in a stretch of games where they face the Sky, the Wings, they face the Sky twice. No, the Sky... Yeah, they faced the Sky twice, the Wings, the Mystics, the Valkyries, the Sparks, the Storm, who are gettable. All they have to do is win 4. All they have to do is just... And the Sun again. All they have to do is just hold serve against the teams that suck. And they're going to make the playoffs. And at this stage, with as much of a shit show as the season's been for the Fever, get into the playoffs and see what happens. 8 seeds have won championships before. But anyway, I'll see you guys.